I love you, Farfa. I'm just gonna steal your video format. Please don't kill me. Trap cards would have been a dead mechanic if it weren't for one card released in Soul Fusion that entirely revitalized the mechanic and turned it from a frog magic robot strategy into a viable mechanic that most decks, in particular rogue ones, can utilize, and that is Trap Trick. Trap Trick, in case you didn't know, banishes a normal trap card from your deck and lets you set a copy of it from your deck, as well as letting you be able to activate it this turn, and for the rest of the turn you can only activate one trap card. Despite being classified as a trap card, Trap Trick is not a trap card, it is a searcher. Searchers are cards that let you search cards from your deck and either play them, set them, activate them, whatever the fuck you want to do with them. Cards like Terraforming searches field spells to your hand. Cards like Summon Sorceress search monsters to summon them. Cards like Trap Trick let you set normal trap cards directly from your deck. And it's because of cards like these that have allowed the state of Yu-Gi-Oh! To accelerate to the speed that it's at today. About 4 months ago in September, I had just gotten back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanks to my friend group being really into TCGs, one of which being Yu-Gi-Oh! And one of the most surprising things for me was that the speed of the game had increased exponentially. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but as a returning player who thought Cybertech Alligator was the shit, along with like Dark Doors, Scrap Iron Scarecrow combos, the transition was pretty rough to say the least. My friends, we'll call them James and Finch respectively, played Fur Hires and Six Sams. And compared to me playing fucking Skull Serpents for some reason, I'd get my ass handed to me 9 times out of 10 every single time. As I kept playing, I began taking out slower cards like Torrential Tribute and Solemn Strikes and adding them in with actually good cards like Allure of Darkness, Brilliant Fusion, Foolish Burial, and changed my deck to be on par with their decks in terms of speed and consistency, eventually switching away from Skull Servants to more generic zombies, in particular the Zombie Horde Zombie structure deck that was released in around November, to which I still play to this day as my favorite deck. As I eventually turned my win ratios against them around, I began to realize that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a game entirely about speed. Whoever could set up the best board turn 1 would usually win 9 out of 10 times. Whoever generated more card advantage would usually win 9 out of 10 times. Whoever reached their win condition after fucking normal summoning Neo Space Connector would usually win 9 out of 10 times. This rise in search power led to a rise in speed, which in turn needs either breaks or faster engine in order to keep up with the pace. Most players hate floodgate decks, so they'll opt for a bigger engine. This necessity and a want for a faster game and increased desire for other archetypes to gain the speed, as well as the game as a whole to speed up faster, led to the creation of what I believe to be the worst trap card designed ever, if you can even call it a trap card, Infinite Impermanence. I'm not calling Infinite Impermanence a bad card. It is an astoundingly powerful card, letting you just negate whatever you want directly from your hand or field. But is it because of that it is a trap card that doesn't need to be set in order to be activated? That sort of throws away the entire idea of a trap card. The entire point of a trap is for your opponents to walk into one so that you can be rewarded for thinking ahead. However, with Infinite Permanence, you don't even need to set up ahead of time. You either just go first and set it for a free negate, which is usually pretty good, and you don't have to think about it, or you go second and you just draw it and summon Neo Space Connector, chain Infinite Impermanence, set one pass, which is arguably better. This idea of searchers and trap cards being able to be immediately activated leads all the way back into Trap Trick. Trap Trick, a search card, lets you search out a free negate, a free board wipe in the form of Evenly Match, free Twin Twisters in the form of Heavy Storm Duster, free anything. And even though if you're going to be going second and Trap Trick is in a weaker position, this leads back to the point of trap cards having accelerated to the point where trap cards are virtually indistinguishable from their original slower intention. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has accelerated to the point where the best trap card in the game, in my opinion, Trap Trick, can hardly even be called a trap card. Trap Trick is not a trap card, in the same way that Terraforming isn't a spell card. They're both search cards. Thank you guys for watching. I sincerely hope that you liked the video, and consider subscribing, and share this with your friends, and I hope to make more videos like this in the future. And please leave your thoughts on the video as a whole down below, both positive and negative, so that I can improve and provide better entertainment and insight into the future. Stay frosty.